Kalau memang lebih dikuasai oleh tim dari Eropa ya, termasuk Prancis kemudian Inggris juga.
Ya. Dan belum ada tim dari zona AFC atau dari zona Asia yang pernah merasakan gelar juara. Dari CONMEBOL cukup banyak, dari Amerika Selatan. Baik, pemirsa, kita lihat starting line up yang diturunkan oleh kedua pelatih, baik di kubu Colombia yang dilatih oleh Hector Cardenas maupun di kubu Meksiko yang ditangani oleh coach Raul Cabran. Ada setidaknya 5 perubahan atau rotasi yang dilakukan oleh kedua pelatih di masing-masing tim, Bu Maruf.
Ya, dan ini menjadi salah satu indikasi bahwa rotasi itu diperlukan. Pertama adalah bagian dari taktik, yang kedua memberikan kesempatan. Toh ini juga pertandingan hanya perebutan peringkat ketiga ya. Jadi pelatih tentu ingin melihat sejauh mana kemampuan, kesiapan dari masing-masing pemain.
Ya, prediksi Anda di babak pertama ini Colombia menghadapi Meksiko?
Saya pikir Meksiko lebih punya harapan ya untuk mereka bisa bermain lebih bagus, apalagi mereka juga menunjukkan kualitas yang diperlihatkan sepanjang mereka tampil di fase grup dan kemudian di partai semifinal.
Baiklah pemirsa, kita sudah tersambung langsung dengan stadion yang menggelar laga perebutan tempat ketiga antara Colombia versus Meksiko, yaitu Stade de Honor Marcel Rostan yang mampu menampung 4.000 penonton. Stadion ini terletak di sebuah komune di provinsi Alpes-Côte di wilayah selatan Prancis. Baiklah, kita segera menyaksikan pertandingan babak pertama antara Colombia versus Meksiko dalam perebutan tempat ketiga dalam Toulon Tournament 2022. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Colombia without Jean Velez, who was very unluckily sent off in that semi-final. Didn't affect the game. Sent off late on. I suppose he might have taken a penalty in the shootout. Strike a ball, as we saw when he scored that terrific goal against Algeria in Fos-sur-Mer earlier on in the competition. But Velez sent off and misses out here. So this player, Puerta, is on his own in the centre of that midfield. Without Velez, they've been a really terrific partnership. There's Salazar. He was the first player to miss in that shootout. Blazed over the bar, a penalty to take them into the final. Colombia have started slowly in their games at this tournament so far. I wonder if this will be the day where they get on the front foot early on. Back to Daniel Pedroso. Now Andres Salazar. There's Alexis Banyoma Castillo. Scored a couple of goals in the tournament to this point. But he missed that great chance in the semi-final, the headed chance late on in the game. Pitch looks in terrific condition here. As I said, there's a healthy breeze, but not the disruptive wind we had on semi-final day here in Salon de Provence. It is very much a sporting town, this one. I went up to the main square earlier on for a pre-match coffee, and was surprised to find a pole vault competition going on in the main square. With all that entails, it was publicising the local athletics club and encouraging young people to get involved. It's a wonderful and slightly bizarre thing to behold. There's Pedroso. Now Mantilla. Back with Marquinhos. If you remember his impact in the semi-final, he was brought on as a substitute just before the penalty shootout, and he saved the first penalty. And all the way through that shootout, it looked like a key contribution until Salazar missed the final Colombian penalty. Munoz trying to find a way through, and then it's driven across, but the flag is up on this near side. Good forward momentum, though, from the Mexicans. Kevin Mantilla now dropping in that deeper role is Gustavo Puerta. I'm really impressed by the player from Bogota, Gustavo Puerta. Still just 18 years of age. He got the first goal against Japan and he's had a really good tournament. Jose Castillo with the throw. Now Efrain Alvarez, already a regular for LA Galaxy in MLS. The Mexico number 10, he was the player who started to drag them back into it in that semi-final against France. They were 3-0 down at half-time, and he scored that goal, took it really well, and nearly got another. Really, in the end, have quite enough around him. There's Galdamez, who came on and did well in that game. Now Zapata, haven't seen too much of him in this Tournoi Maurice Revello this year. Ball back towards Santiago Munoz. The contribution in front of goal, the penalty against Indonesia that he won and scored, as Colombia now flood forward. Angel tried to change his feet and get it onto his left side. It's Galdamez, cut out by Salazar. Here's Jonathan Oziel Herrera. Been impressed by him to this stage in the tournament. Jose Castillo now. Here's Galdamez. It's turned behind for the Mexican corner. That will be taken by Efrain Alvarez, who will take all of the set pieces. He elected to go short and try and improve the angle for himself. Whipped it into that near post. It was cleared off the line in the end. Took a deflection on the way through. It was Mantilla with the crucial intervention. Not far away at all from an opening goal here. Had time to take the touch, Alvarez. It's actually going well wide, the header from Naveda. Galdamez was the only player there at the far post. Here's Puerta. Ober Almanza. There's Zapata. One back by Colombia. I think both of these sides will be a little disappointed with the way that this tournament has gone. They'll both feel that there was a place in the final for them, that this could have been the final. Neither has really sparkled so far. Had Colombia won their semi, they wouldn't have deserved to. And the best Mexico have played at the tournament was in the second half against France. There's a fairly clear shirt tuck by Jose Castillo. I think it's going to be a word rather than a card from Casey Rebel. So blind side of the referee, the fact that it was a shirt tug. So Gustavo Puerta across to take this free kick.
Ojo rebote, Fray, a ganarlo, güey. ¡Chapa! ¡Chapa! Ahí, güey. Ojo si pasa.
Salazar is there as well, but it's always going to be Puerta. Mexican head on it to take it behind for a Colombia corner.
Marca, rápido, buena, cabrón. Rápido, marca, rápido, marca.
Puerta's making his way over to the far side to take it. Drilled in towards the far post, and Angel got a fairly clear run at that. Just couldn't really guide it anywhere significantly, but he saw that all the way.
Solo, güey. Fuera sin nada, ¿eh?
There's Puerta, just ran away from Osvaldo Valencia. Aceves. Yeah, bounced up off the hand of Manoma Castillo. Aceves getting forward in support. There's a unnecessarily flamboyant touch from Santiago Munoz. Still Mexico come forward, and it's a good hit from Alvarez. I wonder, did it just clip the outside of the post on the way through? Bit of time and space for him. Wasn't far away, that. Just fizzed over the bar. Let's be careful there, but just did well to extricate himself from trouble, Almanza. Pattern of the game is taking shape. Colombia happy to play on the counter. They've got pace in their side. Angel. There's Munoz. Just a tangle of legs. It'll certainly be a Mexican free kick. Munoz, player who was fouled. Here's Pedroso. Forward now by Ramon Juarez, but to no one in particular. Juarez, the Mexico captain, had a very good tournament. Plays for San Luis. He's an America player, though. Mexican giants, they're very, very good at spotting good young players, and Juarez is part of their setup, very much in their system. Mexicans always very well supported here at the Tournament Maurice Ravello, and a useful bevy of fans up in that main stand. Here's Ramon Juarez. Now Santiago Munoz. Wide for Efrain Alvarez. Really have too many options in the middle there. He's done enough to win the corner. Across to take it will be Benjamin Galdamez. Neither goalkeeper really with a save to make. Marquinhos has showed us a couple of times that he's got good hands from set pieces. Short for Alvarez. Teased over the goalkeeper, who missed it, and Munoz able to head it home. Bad mistake from Marquinhos, I'm afraid. And first blood in the fourth place match to Mexico, a second of the tournament for Santiago Munoz.
Numéro 9, Santiago Munoz. Mexique 1, Colombie 0.
Well, it's not a goal that you should concede. Look at the goalkeeper's starting position. Got it horribly wrong and didn't get any support either. And Munoz couldn't miss. Still does well to arrive at the far post, does the right thing. So second of the tournament for the Newcastle player. And work to do now for Colombia. Just what the game needed, though. A goal to maybe set things alight. Here's Andres Salazar. Now Kevin Mantilla. There's Daniel Pedroso. Mantilla drifts that forward, and it'll be a Colombia throw. These are the kind of moments when coaches like Hector Cadenas learn a lot about their players, young players. How do they respond to the adversity of falling behind? Probably been the better side to that point, but caught out by a set piece. Easily claimed by Eduardo Garcia. Plenty of noise amongst those watching Mexico fans. Now it's Jose Castillo of Pachuca. 3 substitute appearances for them in the league this season. Right back taking the throw. There's Victor Guzman, who scored the winning goal in their opener against Ghana. Stroked home wonderfully well from the edge of the area. Manyoma Castillo now. That was cleverly done for Osvaldo Valencia. There's Gustavo Puerta. Salazar with a clever little touch. Now Ober Almanza. Here goes Manyoma Castillo. Colombia trying to work an opening. Gustavo Cueta. It's good, considered response this from the Colombians. You just wonder where it might take them. Valencia seeing his cross block though. Edier Acampo with the throw. Here's Salazar. Now Daniel Pedroso. Mexico leading in this third, fourth place playoff at the 2022 Tournoi Maurice Revello. Santiago Munoz with the goal. The final between France, the hot favourites, and Venezuela, the first timers. That's to come later on. Galdamez. Those awards for which this tournament is so famous. Everyone wants to win player of the tournament. They're already over on the far side, glinting in the afternoon sunshine in Salon de Provence. Free kick goes Mexico's way. They take it quickly and the referee allows it. Off the line and away. Colombia nearly caught cold there. Just wonder if they could have made more of that though. Wasn't the most convincing strike from Castillo. Here's Manyoma Castillo going the other way. Yeah, referee just making the point there. This final warning time for Santiago Naveda. Here's Salazar. Now Manyoma Castillo. Right from Aubert Almanza. Alexis Manyoma Castillo, now Salazar. The news wants over, but plays allowed to continue. Here's Alexis Manyoma Castillo from improbable range. I don't think it's unfair to call it that. Here's Ramon Juarez. 1-0 win against Ghana sent Mexico on their way. Then they lost late 2-1 against Venezuela, beat Indonesia in the end by a couple of goals to nil, and then had to wait to see if they had a place in the semi-final, which they did because of Algeria's win against Comoros. They were the team through as the best second place side. 3 group winners, of which Colombia were one, going through. Then just found France too much in the semi. A learning experience for all of these players. Here's Pedroso, young Colombian side, another of their 18-year-olds, Daniel Pedroso. The 19-year-old Salazar. Good chase forward from Jorge Cabezas Hurtado. And his ball in is a useful one. And once again, Alexis Manyoma Castillo just shows that ability to get into dangerous areas. It's brought him a couple of goals already in the tournament. That's too high for him, but it's a good habit that for an attacking midfield player. What a flick that was from Efrain Alvarez. Munoz caught late. Pedroso sliding into that challenge. He's trying to say sorry in the style of a man who just wants a warning. Juarez having a word with him. He keeps running away and referee keeps calling him to her, and she is going to book him. He thought he'd got away with it. I think he knew he was in trouble there, Pedroso. Crunched in onto the ankle there of Munoz. Let's have a look. Yeah, once he commits himself, trying to make his mark, he's always in trouble there. No need to make the challenge. Players all taking some water on now. It's not quite the official cooling break. It might as well be.
Hey, don't throw the bottle, okay?
There's the goal scorer, Santiago Munoz.
1-0 pour le Mexique. It's on her whistle. It's on her whistle, okay? Thank you. On her whistle. You sit there, wait. Thank you. Get the water bottle out.
Well, we can get things back underway now.
We're all good on my side. Give me space, Kevin. Give me space, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you.
Munoz okay to carry on. Alvarez taking the free kick. And away by Mantilla. Glorious touch that was. Referee said that Naveda got the ball there. Colombia weren't too happy about that. They thought there was enough of the player caught to make it a free kick and a yellow card, and there's a foul from Alvarez as Colombia try and burst through. Salazar not happy with something. Just need to calm down a little bit here. Temper's running high. Gustavo Puerta will take the free kick.
Tapa, ve al rebote, güey.
Can Colombia find the response? It's a great delivery from Puerta, but it was a good defensive header. And looking to complete things is Ramon Juarez. Here's Puerta. Spread wide for Salazar. Ober Almanza. Now Alexis Manyoma Castillo. Gliding it wide and flicked out of play by Jose Castillo. Colombia looking for answers here. There's Manyoma Castillo. Now it is time for the official cooling break. As we approach the half hour, Mexico leading by the goal to nil. As Puerta has been trying to get the Colombians going here. Mightily impressive tournament from him, and indeed from Velez, who's suspended today. But it is still very, very warm here in this part of Provence. And absolutely right that they'll be taking on as many liquids as they can. There's the goal. Munoz stealing in to score. He made it look easier than it is. Goalkeeper with a horrible mistake though, Marquinhos. Munoz gliding in for his second of the tournament. Sekumara has 5, the top scorer so far. He's led the line well, Munoz. Whether he can make an impact on the Premier League in England, well, I'm not so sure. I always look with players as to what they're best at, and Munoz is seems a decent all-rounder. He's not an electric finisher. He certainly doesn't have any pace. He's strong, but he's not big, so he's going to have to find a way to impose himself. Good all-round footballer. Sometimes you need a more specific skill than that, particularly if you're playing as a centre forward. Good example to contrast him with, if you're wondering what I mean. I remember when Kevin Gamero was player of the tournament and top scorer at the tournament, Maurice Ravello, when France won it, and Munoz is probably a better footballer than Kevin Gamero in terms of all-round skill, but Gamero is very quick and a good finisher. And gave him a pretty good career, when you think about it. Goodness me. There's Pedroso. Ober Almanza. Just overhit and floats comfortably into the arms of Eduardo Garcia. Now Ramon Juarez. It's Galdamez with the touch, and just stolen away there by Cabeza Acertado. Puerta thought it should have been his throw. I'm not sure it did get a touch. Tried to roll it off the inside of one of the legs there. Killed it stone dead with his first touch there, Efrain Alvarez, and then really intelligent pass. This is excellent from Mexico. Munoz was in there attacking it. Aceves with a good run and cross. Now Manyoma Castillo being hauled back. That should be a card. It's already on a warning as well, wasn't he, Santiago Naveda? Second card of the game, one for either side. Ober Almanza. Jumping here is Galdamez. He's trying to stay cool down there on the bench, keep the sun away. Very important if you're a substitute. You don't want to lose energy before you've done any exercise. Here's Alvarez. Now Oziel Herrera, chance to cut inside and drift that in towards the 6-yard box. Angel Zapata now. There goes Oziel Herrera, that's really good play. Plays for Atlas, right side of their midfield, and already made over 50 first-team appearances. Jonathan Oziel Herrera, such a really good player, nice languid style, bit of pace. Here's Puerta. Now Alexis Manyoma Castillo. Once again the Colombians sweeping forward with intent and headed behind by Jose Castillo. Third, fourth place playoff at the 48th Tournament Maurice Revello. Mexico with that single goal advantage given them by Santiago Munoz. Colombia have been the better side, aside from the goal. Corner to be taken by Gustavo Puerta. In men from Salazar.
Mati.
Forward by Eddie Ocampo. I feel like Colombia are just waiting for their moment in front of goal. Haven't been able to create anything yet. They've had the ball in good areas. There was the header from Angel that went well wide. Final ball so far that's cost them. It's the case in many ways against Venezuela in that semi-final. Tale of what might have been in many ways for them. Salazar. Here's Mantilla. Now Ober Almanza. Puerta. Salazar. Once again, Gustavo Puerta. Now Kevin Mantilla. Mexico give it away. Here's Alexis Manyoma Castillo.
Solo, güey, calma, calma, dale rápido.
Now Ramon Juarez.
Cerrate.
Turn and chase forward, and Casey Rebound must have thought for a second about showing another yellow card there. Fairly cynical stuff from Ozzy Herrera. No card for him though, and another set piece for Colombia. The goal coming from a Mexican set piece. Mistake by Miguel Marquinez, the goalkeeper. Oh, that's a really clever header, but it flies wide. Osvaldo Valencia making the near post run. Good imaginative set piece from Puerta. Certainly would have had Eduardo Garcia thinking if that had dropped inside the far post. Galdamez, now Alvarez. Santiago Neveda. It's a risky pass from the goalkeeper, but he got away with it, Eduardo Garcia. Now Alvarez, I love it when he drops deep and tries to get involved in the play. Real leader for this team. Aceves. It was a poor one, just given away. Munoz does so well to attack that, and he was caught as he won it. Bear in mind that Pedroso is on a yellow card. Munoz certainly got there first. Pedroso didn't see him coming. Really brave chasing there from Munoz. So the referee just had a word there with Pedroso about making that challenge. I tell you what, he's late and he's high. The only thing in his favor is he just doesn't see Munoz coming yet. He's looking to clear it away. Some referees would have shown him a second yellow card for that. Because even if you see the player coming or not, you've got to be putting your body in a safe position at all times. You can't, there's no excuse having your foot high because you didn't see the player, but Munoz's foot was high as well. So I think the referee's done the right thing, absolutely. But it's a little less than that for Daniel Pedroso. You're challenging for that in that fashion, and you get there second, you can be in real trouble. Salazar. Here's Daniel Pedroso, bottom of the league in the end in the phase finale in Colombia. Fourth in the regular season. They made a real mess of the postseason. Real Cartagena, his club. Here's Angel. Can he get it right? Well, he gets it up towards Cabeza Hurtado, who got there first. I think Mexico wanted a foul on the goalkeeper, but I think Hurtado's entitled to jump for that. Eduardo Garcia is down. Let's have a look. Ball in from Angel. Tries to keep his arm down, if anything. Diagonal run and up he goes. I think there's nothing wrong with that at all from Jorge Cabezas Hurtado. I think Garcia stayed down to make the point there. Ramon Juarez to clear.
Estoy al pie. Hurtado con el de banda. Cobra, Hurtado con el que cobra. Voy. Buena sala. Tuya. Arriba. Dale, parado.
There's Cabeza Hurtado. Manyoma Castillo. Forward by Mantilla. Almanza. Now Munoz. Munoz went down too easily there. A little shove from Puerta, but I don't think it warranted that reaction. 3 minutes to be added here. Puerta not happy at all with the reaction here from Munoz.
3 minutes de temps additionnel minimum. 3 minutes minimum.
I think Puerta's right there. Salazar. Daniel Pedroso. Now Kevin Mantilla. Colombia wanted a free kick, but nothing doing from the referee, and the Mexicans can counter towards the end of this first half. Here's Manyoma Castillo. Galdamez. Oh, lovely reverse there from Munoz. Here's Galdamez again. Now Ober Almanza. Ramon Juarez. Here's Jose Castillo for Galdamez. It's going to be Jose Castillo to take this free kick as we move into the final minute of the 3 to be added. Still that solitary goal, the far post header from Santiago Munoz from a goalkeeping error from Marquinhos. And right now it'll be Mexico to finish third in this 48th Tournoi Maurice Revello. There's Naveda. Now Juarez. Angel Zapata. Efrain Alvarez. Now Galdamez clipped from behind by Cabezas Hurtado. Another awkward looking knock here. Galdamez picking it up. Yeah, the left ankle was clipped there. Well, it's his side who are just in front, Raul Chabrand. But he'll be aware that they're going to have to play a little bit better in the second half. That invited a bit of Colombia pressure and defended well, but he knows Colombia have got quality in forward areas. The worry there for the knock to Alvarez, and Galdamez as well, just hobbling off at the moment. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's looked a really good player. Benjamin Galdamez plays for Unión Española in Chile. Alvarez, though, the man in your picture, is the star, certainly. Can he finish this first half with a flourish? Well, no is the answer, and there is the half-time whistle. At the moment, Mexico are heading to a third-place finish at this tournoi. Maurice Rivello, the goal scored by Santiago Munoz 16 minutes in after a goalkeeping error allowed him to steal in and head home at the far post. Much though can happen. Colombia have been marginally the better side, just haven't quite created enough. Will that change, I wonder? Half-time in Salon de Provence. It's Colombia 0, Mexico 1.
Saya lagi sendok itu es.
Yaitu Hector Cardenas melakukan rotasi, dan kita lihat nanti apakah akan ada perubahan komposisi pemain. Tapi bagaimana Anda melihat permainan dari Kolombia nantinya di babak kedua? Apakah mereka akan kembali menguasai ball possession, kemudian menciptakan peluang sebanyak-banyaknya, atau mereka bermain lebih berhati-hati?
Mungkin mereka harus terbuka ya, lebih berani terbuka. Apalagi di awal mereka menggunakan 4-2-3-1, mungkin di babak kedua mereka harus mengubahnya menjadi minimal 4-4-2 atau kalau berani 4-3-3. Ini yang dilakukan oleh Meksiko, di mana mereka memang kalah penguasaan bola, tapi mereka agresif ketika mendapatkan kesempatan. Sementara kalau kita bandingkan dengan Kolombia, mereka oke lah, mereka menang penguasaan bola karena mereka menang di lini tengah. Tapi mereka kesulitan ketika masuk ke daerah pertahanan dari Meksiko. Jadi perlu perubahan yang harus dilakukan oleh kubu dari Kolombia.
Iya, dan harus signifikan perubahannya ya, terutama di lapangan tengah atau di lini depan tentunya, agar lebih efektif dan lebih tajam lagi dalam melancarkan serangan. Oke, Meksiko yang sudah unggul 1-0 atas Kolombia, apakah mencoba menahan skor ini atau mereka masih berambisi untuk menambah pundi-pundi gol mereka?
1 gol belum aman, jadi saya pikir mereka pasti akan lebih agresif lagi, apalagi meskipun mereka kalah tapi mereka efektif saat bertahan. Mereka juga cukup bagus ketika melakukan serangan.
Baiklah pemirsa, kita langsung kembali bergabung dengan stand the under Marcel Roston. Dan inilah kick-off pertandingan babak kedua antara Kolombia menghadapi Meksiko dalam perebutan tempat ketiga dalam turnamen Toulon 2022. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Well, that's late from Manyoma Castillo. Early decision for Casey Rebel to make. I don't think it was a malicious challenge, but it was a badly timed one. It was very late. It's a warning for him. I think he's fortunate there. Just did get enough of the ball to stop it being a card. There's Guzman, Aceves, Edier Campo. Now Jose Garcia, the substitute, one of the 2 Colombia substitutes. Here's Puerta. Cleared away by Guzman. Forward by Zapata. Edier Campo. Colombia starting this second half strong, and here's Efrain Alvarez.
No.
Alvarez with a really lazy pass. Here's Angel. It's a rare misplaced pass there from Efrain Alvarez. Now Mantilla. Here's Eddie Ocampo. Puerta. Such a clumsy jump there from Kevin Mantilla right into the back of Munoz, arm up around the neck and everything. Leanne Aceves, 21-year-old in this Mexican side. He looks it as well, the left back. Just left it for Guzman.
Keep the ball moving, guys.
Munoz, the intentions behind him of Eddie Ocampo. That was a crunching challenge from Puerta. Fortunate for him, and indeed for Zapata, that he got the ball. Osiel Herrera now, the chase forward, and he has got pace. Surely was fouled. Pleading his innocence there was Jose Garcia. It's enough contact though, a push in the back really to make it a foul.
Alargalo. Marqui.
So Mexico with a free kick over on the far side as we look at it. Still with that narrow advantage given them by Munoz. Curved in towards the near post, and it had a touch from the goalkeeper. Goodness me, it nearly beat Marquinhos there, and Munoz wasn't far away either. Excellent corner this from Efrain Alvarez, caught the wind a bit. It's nearly a replica of the goal. Goalkeeper misjudged this time though, he just got a flick on it. Otherwise Munoz was there to head it home again.
Los tres ya son en marca. Los tres son en marca. Fuerte. Hey, tocamos un poquitico más adelante.
Dale. Wind has just picked up a little bit here in Salon. Here's Manyoma Castillo. Again, Colombia on the counter. Manyoma Castillo clipped as he tried to cut inside. Jose Garcia, now Kevin Mantilla. Jorge Cabezas. Now Alexis Manyoma Castillo. Here's Manyoma Castillo again. He just fashioned across what he could, but Galdamez is there. Not his best clearance though, and Puerta looking wide. There's Ocampo to swing that in towards Cabezas. They just need someone in there who's prepared to gamble and make those forward runs. only player who does that for Colombia is Manyoma Castillo. And he frankly hasn't done it enough here today. Efrain Alvarez. Oziel Herrera, what about that for a pass from Alvarez? Herrera couldn't find a way through. It's very tough, Eddie Ocampo. Here's Puerta. Jose Garcia. Forward by Zapata, now Munoz. Here's Efrain Alvarez. Forward quickly by Ocampo. Manyoma Castillo, goalkeeper Garcia has misjudged that. Manyoma Castillo kept his footing, but Mexico get it away. Only just though. That's as close as Colombia have come. Good burst of pace here, and the goalkeeper did misjudge things. But once he got to the byline, Manyoma Castillo, there was no angle for him. Nice touch there from Munoz. Marquinhos' turn to come out positively. Another double change coming up here for Colombia. Not surprised to see Daniel Andres Luna, Jean Cabezas, both players from Deportivo Cali coming on here. Here come the changes. So Angel's tournament is over, and so too is that of Alexis Manyoma Castillo.
Coming up on the far side.
Players at either end of the spectrum from a Colombia point of view. Their most and least threatening attacking players, and chances then for these two Deportivo Cali players, Jean Cabezas and Daniel Andres Luna, who's already played 576 minutes in the top flight for Deportivo Cali.
Et la sortie numéro 9, Thomas Santel, pour l'entrée numéro 13, Jean Cabezas.
5 starts for Jean Cabezas this season, so 2 players already starting to find their way at the top level in Colombia at least. Will fresh legs do some damage here for Hector Cardenas? Is Aceves. Munoz again, the player who was clipped. He's dealt with it all pretty uncomplainingly. Ramon Juarez. Angel Zapata just falling to ground there. Free kick taken quickly by Santiago Nevada, and forward by Ramon Juarez. There's Efrain Alvarez. Now Santiago Munoz. Alvarez, now Santiago Naveda. Second Mexican goal would surely seal it for them, or just about anyway, given the lack of intent from Colombia in that final third, or lack of quality anyway. Puerta tried to get the touch. Here's Ober Almanza going for goal himself, and it wasn't far away. Goodness me, that was dipping and dipping. Player from Albacete in Spain, and he's in their under-19 side. Doesn't have a reputation for that kind of quality from range, but that was excellent. We're going to see Eugenio Pizzuto placing Angel Zapata here. Pizzuto's looked really good until that semi-final where he was taken off at half-time, where he looked tired, but good quality in that left foot, and they just hope for a good half hour or so from him here. When you look at those end of tournament awards, and, highly prized, of course. You look at these two sides, I know they're both semi-finalists, but only players make a realistic case for being involved in the top 3 players of the tournament or something like that would be Alvarez, the Mexican, who has been excellent, and Puerta in the centre of that Colombian midfield, maybe Manuel Castillo, but he's been a bit too in and out for me. Juarez, the Mexico captain, is clearly a good leader, good player.
Where's the phone?
But Alvarez would realistically be the one. Velez, before he was sent off in the semi-final, I thought had an outstanding tournament and was very unlucky. Little kick there from Munoz. Here's Almanza. Garcia given away. Now Santiago Munoz, the goal scorer. Alvarez is up there in support. Here is Efrain Alvarez. What about that for a strike? As pure as it gets. Mexico leading by 2-0. And that will strengthen his case in terms of those Player of the Tournament awards. Wonderful, clean hit from Alvarez. Some technical strike this, you know. It was slightly awkward. He had to set himself, and that was so pure. Look at the contact he makes here. Right through the back of the ball. And nothing that Colombia could do. And there's a little celebration as well. Alvarez has had a really good tournament. Well, it's not definitively enough, but you sort of feel in the context of the game that it should be enough. And does that just lift Alvarez into the top 3 players of the tournament? They haven't been decided yet, I can promise you that. Almanza. Here's Puerta. Now Pizzuto. Here's Efrain Alvarez. Edier Campo with the throw, and Colombia fully aware they need to make something happen now. Here's Santiago Munoz. Now Efrain Alvarez. Pizzuto. Colombia quite rightly allowed to continue here. Jean Cabezas. That little moment there is symptomatic of what it's been like for Colombia. Just passes going astray at a key moment. If anything, Mexico looking likely to add a third. It was held up there by Osiel Herrera. If you're looking for a form line here, look at France in the final. We brushed Mexico aside, 4-1, and Mexico comfortably leading Colombia here, who very nearly beat Venezuela. Drew with them in that semi-final. France cement their status as hot favourites for the 2022 Tournoi Maurice Revello. Edier Campo.
Pero dámelo, Capo, mucha macaera, dámela. Dámela, que yo me levanto.
Luis Miguel Angulo. Here's a Campo who's stayed in that wide area. Flicked away from him, and that'll be behind for a Colombia corner.
Atento su marca. Ojo, rápido, marca. Arriba ganamos, carajo. Dale, arriba, ¿Qué te ido? Métete mal,
Gustavo Puerta will take this as the outswinger towards the penalty spot. It's half away, but Mexico good at winning those second balls. Olber Almanza. Now Garcia. There's Gustavo Puerta. Long towards Hurtado. It's a bit better, this bit more urgency from Colombia. Puerta. There's Olber Almanza. Ball had gone out of play over on the far side. Munoz in the first half, Alvarez in the second. Mexico with a 2-goal advantage, crucially here in Salon.
Eugenio. Calma, Casper, calma.
Final quarter of the game. Will be having another cooling break shortly. A couple of changes being prepared here by Raul Chebran. Turn Wilke, big centre forward, is going to come on. So too the wide player Diego Medina. Those changes are imminent. Garcia. Guzman. Long towards Munoz. Did well there to win the free kick, Santiago Naveda. Alvarez stood straight over this, but he has company as well from Galdamez. It's the quality though of Alvarez, and this time it's too short of the near post, and it's hooked out of play. Forward by Jean Cabezas. It's a really good turn. Now then, is there any quality at the end of things here? It was good play from Luna until that final third, final quarter. This is where Mexico have done really well. Look at the running there of Osiel Herrera. Allowed that crossfield ball for Alvarez, gave him a bit more time. Munoz clipped as he tried to chase inside. I tell you, Puerta is full of fire in that Colombia midfield.
Pour la sélection mexicaine, sortie numéro 10 et buteur Elfren Alvarez.
Alvarez has done his work here. Terrific second goal.
Buteur Santiago Munoz.
In fact, both goal scorers are going to go off here. So it's Wilke for Munoz and Medina for Alvarez to try and see Mexico home in the third, fourth place playoff here. Wilke playing for Spal in the Primavera in Italy. Formerly at Heerenveen. Straight into the action potentially here. It was Galdamez with the free kick, but Colombia will have the chance to clear. Well, he's had a sketchy day, hasn't he, Miguel Marquinhos? Missed the set piece that led to the Munoz goal and very nearly made the same mistake in the second half. Almanza. Forward by Luna. Here's Medina. Galdamez. Now Eduardo Garcia. Infield by Jean Cabezas. Change now for Colombia. The changes starting to come thick and fast. Isaac Zuleta of Getafe going to replace the Albacete player. They're both in that under-19 squads in Spain. Manza hit that wonderful effort from range. It was dipping, but didn't quite dip in time. So Zuleta is going to come on and play wide, but it's a cooling break first of all. Well, the outstanding player on view here has been Efrain Alvarez. Looks like he's going to win third place with Mexico. Unless Colombia can do something dramatic. Mexico have 3 times been third, fourth on 6 occasions at this Tournoi Maurice Revello. But right now they're going to be on the right side of this game. Although there is still enough time for things to change. So time for the final push then from Hector Cardenas' side. They need a couple of goals here to head for another penalty shootout, which is not quite what they want, but they take it right now, trailing by 2-0 here, and just been outclassed a little bit by Mexico. There's the scorer of the first, Munoz. And don't forget France, Venezuela to come in the final. Later on, that main stand over on the far side of where we're sitting, we're watching from, starting to fill up now. For a bit of Sunday evening fun in Provence, the locals will come out to cheer on France. But if you've been watching this tournament with us, I tell you, Venezuela aren't bad.
¡Orden, orden rápido! ¡Rápido la marca!
Gustavo Puerta to stand over the free kick. Does the Colombian fight back start here, I wonder? Starting to enjoy themselves a bit, aren't they, here? The Mexicans. Oh, that's a poor challenge, 2-footed. Now, what does the referee make of this? Red card had to be. Left the floor, jumped into it. You can't tackle like that. Jan Cabezas. Mexico's concern, of course, is for their player, but here it is. He keeps his feet on the floor, but you can't jump in with 2 feet like that. You just can't. Nevada on the wrong end of it. Red card for Cabezas, and he can point at the ball all that he wants, but it's not really the point, is it? Referees look for the force and the intent of the challenge. And Casey Rebel, for me, got that right. So a second Colombia red card. Two straight reds at the tournament, both shown to Colombia players. Jean Cabezas sent off. And I don't think he's done it with a whole lot of malice, but he's got to learn. You can't make that challenge. And it's not an excuse anymore. I mean, how much do players need to watch football and learn about it, to point at the ball? You see it all the time, and red card or not, but it's not just about winning the ball. Can't endanger the player's safety. Good challenge from Puerta. That's how to win the ball. And that's how to give it away. Down to 10 now, Colombia. Looking a little battered and beleaguered now. Wide from Diego Medina. There's Pizzuto. Aceves. There's Galdamez. Ramon Juarez. Now Victor Guzman. And it goes from Aceves just over the head of Turnvilke, who'd love to make an impact on this tournament with a goal. He's been a willing substitute so far and hasn't really had too many chances to impress. There's Guzman. Aceves. Mexico nicely controlled here. Oh, and there's a slip, and now the chance for Vilca. He's going to go on his own, and he's so unlucky. Just the natural angle of his left foot just took it onto the post. But there wasn't much wrong with that finish from Turnvilke. And just a flashpoint over on the far side. Touch of aggression. Nicely dealt with by the referee. Another Mexican change coming up here. Andres Montaño of Mazatlan is going to be introduced. Goalkeeper came through a crowd of players to get there with the punch. Stabbed away to Vilca. There's a Colombia slip, and Vilca using his strength, and he was pulled back by Puerta. Now, how does the referee see this? It's a red card for him. Denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. I thought he was in trouble the moment he made the challenge. And Colombia are down to 9. It's the initial misjudgment here from Puerta. Vilca's running away from him. Is the goalkeeper helping out his midfield player here? Not enough, no. He was slipping and sliding. I don't really think the referee's got any option here. Puerta with a cynical foul on Vilca. And the shame of this is that those two Colombia central midfielders, Puerta and Velez, who've been exceptional, have both now been shown straight red cards in successive games. And now a Mexican player has gone down, and things are starting to fall apart a bit here. And it's continuing The referee just got to stand back and let this play out, and still the nonsense here. Goalkeeper involved, Marquinhos. It's very, very ugly now. Still it carries on. Juarez is trying to calm things down. The question is, what has Casey Rebelt seen? What have her assistants seen here? Fourth official is out there as well. Both coaches are now out there. It's not a good look for either side, this. Colombians starting to lose their discipline, down to 9. Well, Cardenas and Chebran deserve credit for getting out there and calming things down. Let's take a look here. The left of your screen. Well, he motioned with the head, didn't he? And then lashed out with the hand. But whether the assistant on the far side has seen that, it's very, very hard. I've got my eyes now on Casey Rebelt to see if she calls anyone to her here. She has got her notebook out again. Now the conversation as Cardenas and Chebran make their way off here. The red card's fallen out of Casey Rebelt's pocket now. Whether she's going to show it again, I'm not so sure at the moment. She's just going to have a chat here, I think, with her assistants, and that's absolutely the right thing to do. Basically, the question here has to be, did you see anything that I didn't? It's good, sensible refereeing. If they did see that feint with the head and the raising of the left hand, then I think Colombia could be down to 8 here. Still Mexico waiting to make a change. Andres Montano patiently waiting to get involved. Well, she's called the goalkeeper over now, Casey Rebelt, because he was involved in those subsequent skirmishes. And she's also calling Osiel Herrera over and Jorge Cabezas. So these are the players they've identified. Let's see what Casey Rebelt does. I like the body language and the way she's dealing with this. Yellow card for Cabezas and for the other two. When they've got away lightly there, one or two players. That'll be a Mexico free kick. Pizzuto's left foot is one option here. And Juarez is going to take control. Is it Osiel Herrera who's going to make his way off? I think it is. Or is he just going to go and stand on the goal line? No, he is making his way off. So on comes the Mexican substitute, Andres Montano. In the meantime, Ramon Juarez is going to take this free kick. Just to remind you, Mexico lead 2-0 against 9 men. Cabezas and Puerta both sent off for Colombia. Juarez curls it well over. Goodness knows how much added time we'll have after that lengthy delay. Don't think it's going to be enough time for Colombia. Mexico with a 2-player advantage now. Confirmation of those yellow cards that were shown. Over went Cabezas Hurtado as Colombia gamely try and find a way back into this. Cabezas Hurtado is still down. Now he gets back to his feet. Just been booked by Casey Rebelt, so he doesn't want to have a discussion with her here. He was caught late. Cabezas slightly lost his head here, slid into the goalkeeper. A more cynical goalkeeper would have taken the challenge and got him sent off, but Garcia did him a favour there. Final minute of normal time. I think there are going to be 5 added minutes here. I don't think it's long enough for Colombia with 9 to do anything about this situation. Mexico in complete control now. Munoz and Alvarez. Vilca hit the post. Colombians down to 9. Reds for Cabezas and for Puerta. And now those Mexican fans over on the far side cheering every pass, and I can see that one of the finalist coaches has arrived as well in the background. Looks like it might be the Venezuela coach, judging from the fans who are making their way over to it. There's Naveda. 4 added minutes.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel minimum. 4 minutes minimum.
And if Mexico got anything to do with this, there won't be a great deal of action in those 4 minutes. It's keep ball against 9, and they've already done more than enough to win. We do have the 3rd and 4th place presentations after this game. We don't wait until the end. Let's hope they can be civil enough to shake hands at the start and end of those. I'm sure they will. Eddie Campo. There's Aceves. Now Diego Medina. There's Pizzuto. Castillo. A lovely pass, rolled through with great disguise by Pizzuto. That's a fine challenge. Really proud challenge that. Got back Garcia. Could have given up on it, but refused to, and then tug on the shirt of Cabezas as he flicked it around the defender. Pizzuto thinks it's his throw. The assistant on the far side didn't agree.
Hey, los poquitos que hay, se junta. Uno.
Well done to Casey Rebelt for calming down that potentially ugly incident. Showed 3 yellow cards, and she's had to show 2 red cards, neither of which you can disagree with, to Colombian players towards the end of the game. It didn't affect the result. Mexico the better side. They're already 2 goals to the good. But, in all, it's been disappointing for Colombia. Here's the post hit from Turn Vilka, really unfortunate, I think. And we just play out time now. That would have been 3. But we've reached the final 10 seconds. Mexico weren't good enough against France, but they've been more than good enough here against Colombia. Munoz and Alvarez in either half. Alvarez with a super goal, really well hit. And then that late drama of the wrong kind. Red cards for both Jean Cabezas and Gustavo Puerta for Colombia, who ended with 9. They do finish 4th in this Tournoi Maurice Revello 2022, but Mexico the clear winners.
Dan ada 1 gol tambahan tercipta di babak kedua tadi yang dicetak oleh